Hello and welcome to this month's Polymer Clay Showcase number 12, and just a heads up, all the links that I will be mentioning in this video are in the description box below, so check that out. Also stay to the end of this video for information on how to submit your work to be featured in the upcoming videos. So without further ado, let's get started with our first artist. We have Desi Rae, who is 27 years old. She is a polymer clay artist and illustrator. She worked with clay for 3 years now and illustrated 2 picture books using polymer clay, which is really awesome. You can find her on Instagram and Etsy shop at Party Clay Bakery for more of her work. The links are down below. One of the characters in Desi Rae's picture books is this wolf called Chinook. This took her about half an hour to sculpt, and the hardest part was shading him with chalk pastels. I really like this. It's so clean and carefully made. I also love the colors. The second piece is this flower fairy named Anemone. Her costume is meant to loosely resemble the anemone flower. This is one of the large figures Desiree has ever sculpted, and Anemone is also in her new book that will be out in the fall. So follow her to find out more information on that if you are interested. This piece took over an hour to sculpt, and the hardest part was getting the proportions. Desiree's style reminds me of a polymer clay mirror frame that I got from my middle school teacher back in 7th grade, and I loved it so much. At that time, I didn't know what polymer clay was. The style is just so friendly, and it is perfect for picture books. The last piece from Desiree is this chameleon ring. This is one of the many pieces that she sells on her Etsy shop, so make sure to grab one if you can. This ring took her about 20 minutes to sculpt, which is really fast in my opinion. The hardest part was figuring out how to shade him to make him look realistic, and this actually reminds me of Rapunzel's chameleon, which is so cute, and I love the color actually, and it is really fun to wear. I love all Desiree's work, and she is a genius on using polymer clay for picture books. She has 2 books that are coming out this year, one in April and one possibly in September. I'm not too sure about that one, but follow her on Instagram and Etsy for updates. Next we have MiniSweetx. She is 24 years old and works with polymer clay for 3 years now. You can find more of her work on DeviantArt and Etsy at MiniSweetx. The links are down below. Here is a pair of saw earrings that took her about 3 hours to make, and wow, this is amazing. Look at the details and the parts to make him look like he is pierced through your earlobe. This pair is beautifully made. Here are 3 mini ones that each took an hour to make. I love the colors, the size, and the details that go into such tiny charms. These are available for purchase on MiniSweetx Etsy shop if you are interested in getting one. The last is this pair of cake earrings. This took about an hour and a half to make. The cake looks so real and delicious, and not to mention this is small, and attention to details is just amazing. Next artist is Ishqiya. She is 14 years old and worked with polymer clay for 3 years now. You can find more of her work on Instagram and YouTube at Peacock Charms. Here is a pair of trident style earrings. I love how the symbol is also made out of polymer clay instead of painting it on. Here is a peacock checkered cake, and the hardest part was making the canes of that peacock design. I am wondering how you made that checkered cake. That must have taken a lot of time to make, and it turned out really well. I would love to have a piece of that cake. Also, that checker cake, the technique is very useful for making Minecraft characters. The last piece from Ishqiya is this chibi Rapunzel from Tangled. The hardest part was putting all the individual lace pieces around the neckline and the hem of the dress. This is really pretty, and I love the gold clay for her hair. Next we have Selena, who is 15 years old and she worked with polymer clay for a year now. You can find more of her work on her blog. The link is down below. She made this croissant pendant that looks so delicious. I love the shading on these. Selena also made this mini realistic looking burger that is just so adorable. It's really clean, and I love the color on this one too. And this actually looks like it's edible, just like mini version of the burger, but like you can actually eat it. And it also reminds me of the burger candy, like the chewy kind from a long time ago. I don't think they sell it anymore. The last one is this Liang or Liang. He looks so hip. I love the details and the shading of this one too. These 3 creations are really awesome, and make sure to check Selena's blog for more of her work. On to the next artist, we have Bente. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. She is 12 years old and worked with clay for 3 months now. You can find more of her work on Instagram at Clay Stuff. This is glow-in-the-dark zombie girl, and the hardest part was the blood, which Bente used female liquid for that. This zombie girl is so cute, even though zombies are supposed to be really scary. I love this, and the colors are perfect for this one. This is the chibi version of Bente herself. She's just so adorable. The hardest part was the hat. I think it's a bear hat, and it's really adorable. However, I thought it was a brain at first. But this is really good for someone who only worked with clay for 3 months. The last piece is this tiny Slowking Pokemon, and the hardest part was making his hat and that scarf around the neck. Yeah, I don't know what that is called. This Slowking charms looks just like the real one. Very detailed and awesome job on the proportion. Keep up the great work, Bente. You have talent and great with your hands, so keep crafting. Next we have Kinara. Or Kinara. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name either. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. But I really like her name. She worked with clay for a month and made this awesome toothless keychain, which took her about 2 hours to make. The most difficult parts were the symmetry of the eyes, the wings, and not leaving any fingerprints. One tip on getting rid of the fingerprints and dust particles is to use rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, so you don't have to worry about that as you make your charms. You can always get rid of them later on with rubbing alcohol. I cannot believe that Kinara only worked with clay for a month. I mean, look at this toothless. It's amazingly made. She nailed the chibi proportion, the position, and the colors. This is just wow. I mean, keep up the great work. Don't stop at making more creations. The last participant is Val, who is 10 years old and made these awesome Five Nights at Freddy's creations. Yes, finally some Five Nights at Freddy's. Each of these took 30 minutes to make, except for Mango, which took 45 minutes to make. And these are Val's first clay figurines ever, and they are adorable. I wish I knew about clay when I was 10. Now it's time to feature recreations that you guys have shared on Instagram. Be sure to hashtag AussieRush for any recreations, so that way I can find them and feature them in my videos. Also, don't forget to submit your work by following these instructions. Choose no more than 3 creations. Take clear photos and send them to AussieRush@gmail.com. Make sure the photos are clear, along with your name, gender, title of your work, and age, only if you're comfortable with it. Also, provide any information that you want me to mention, such as how long you have worked with clay, how long the creations took you, what the hardest parts are, and so on. Just any information that you want me to mention about your work. This is it for showcase number 12, and a huge thank you to this month's participants. Thank you guys so much, and also thank you for watching this video. Bye!